Shalom. Welcome to another episode of Bible Secrets Revealed. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And I want to say salutations to you brothers that's pushing this word of sincerity and truth. Today's lesson is basically going to be about waiting. Waiting is part of the truth, okay? Waiting is part of the truth. Now, I want to talk about this because the longer you've been in this truth, the more you've seen, all right? And the more you experience, okay? So your spirit grows, right? Your patience should grow, all right? And the level that your own should grow. You should be abounding, okay? But I want to get into this topic because I had a conversation with a brother that I basically came into the truth with over, I want to say 9 plus years ago, okay? And, you know, me and brother was talking on the phone. And I remember when the brother first came in to what he is today. He's a mighty brother within Israel, okay? This guy I'm talking about. But I could see the subtle changes within his personality, man, that happened over time, okay? He was always a diligent, fiery type of brother, okay? You know, he's ready to teach 4 or 5 hours, you know, at a drop of a dime, man. You know, always in the spirit, always doing videos, which he still is. But I noticed something a little bit different about him that he didn't have those many years ago. And that's something called patience. All right? Something called patience. Something this man hasn't lost. Now, I've seen other men that came in around that time that had lost that patience. Okay? They got tired and fed up year after year. Okay, of pushing and doing this work. Okay, they lost patience, and they didn't equate waiting as being part of this truth. Because when you first come in, man, you know you think that the Messiah, Yahweh Shai, whom you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, is coming back next week or next month. All right, but the more you mature in this thing, you realize prophecy has to take place, especially one of the main prophecies regarding around that mark of the beast, okay, which is going to be that implantable microchip. Now, if your eyes are open, you can see the fruition of that taking place. You can see the actual infrastructure being built for this cashless society to be in place, and if you've kept your patience, you've witnessed all that. All right? Like I always go into, Edom, the so-called white man, works on gradualism, man. He does things in steps. Okay? So having patience is a good thing. And I'm going to prove that through the scriptures. All right? Let's go to... First one is Lamentations 3:26. It says, "It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord. It is good for a man that he beareth the yoke in his youth." Right. And we came in this thing as young men. Okay? Salaki, 1 second. Yeah, we came in this thing as young men. Okay? And it says it is good for a man that he bear the yoke in his youth. So this truth kept a lot of us out of trouble, man. And the man I'm talking about, he was even younger than I when he first came in this thing, a teenager. So it's you know how your mind is when you're at that age. You want to do everything, and being patient and waiting is not part of the equation, okay? But through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he worked with this man, and he was patient. He waited. And he's still here today, man. And that's a testament of his faith and a testament of his belief. Okay. But even till this day, guess what? He's still, like I said, he's still fiery, and he still have the passion to push, man. But he also have added another layer, which is that patience and understanding that to look at the big picture. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's get this is James 5:7. It says, "Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it, until he receive the early and latter rain." Right. So we know what we are waiting for, man. We're not wasting our lives. We're not throwing away our lives. We actually walked away from this flesh and this wicked world, and constantly feeding that flesh to a higher consciousness, which is in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and a higher spirit and vibration, which is after Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, which the world, okay, is totally contrary to. You cannot understand why we do what we do. All right? We put a lot of things aside, and when you really get the highest understanding of this thing, man, you really didn't put anything aside. You really, through faith of the scriptures, okay, you really are putting yourself in the best position possible. Because this kingdom and this world is only going in one position, and that's down right now. All right? The ways of the world, okay, and the wages of the world and the wages of sin is what? Death. And that's what this world pushes. So through having patience and playing the waiting game, having faith on what's coming, you're putting yourself in a better position. And that's something that over time, the longer you're in this thing, you acquire. All right? Let's go to something apocryphal. This is Ecclesiasticus 2:12. It says, "Woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended." Okay? "Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will you do when the Lord shall visit you?" So I think about all those guys, man. These big names in Israel, because it always changes, man. It's always this great speaker. There's always the top the top guy that comes up the ranks next. But there's a scripture that talks about the Most High resisting the proud, and there's a lot of examples of that today. But also these guys are also out of order, and they don't have patience. Because if you are truly great, you're going to be a part of the elect, and Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to give you that honor. You're not going to go seek it and bring it to yourself in a worldly, carnal type of way. It's going to come to you because you are truly a man of the Lord. All right? And it comes with waiting, and it comes with patience. Staying on the steady path, man. Constantly moving forward. All right, let's go back. And let's get this. Let's get this in Matthew 20. It says, "For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is a householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers into his vineyard." Right? And we are laborers, man. And as a laborer, you have to be patient. Certain things might come up, trials and tribulations, but you have to work through it. Stay patient, stay headstrong, all right, and keep pushing, man. All right, and keep pushing. It says, "And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, he sent them into the vineyard. And he went out about the third hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace, and said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right I will give you. And they went their way. And again he went out about the 6th and 9th hour, and did likewise." So it's always a constant influx of brethren coming in and out of this work. And if you don't have patience, and one of the big words I always push is sincerity, you're going to be one of the brothers that's going out. All right? Not wanting to play the waiting game. All right? Feeling that you've given too much up in this world, which this world is complete wickedness. Right? This flesh is completely wickedness, and the fruits of it is evidence, man. It's evident. Everything is out of order, man. Okay? So why not wait for a better promise, which is through Yahweh Shai, man. Right? It says, and he went out about the third hour, and excuse me, I'm getting over sickness. It says, and he went out about the third hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace, and said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever it is right, I will give you. And they went their way. And again he went out about the 6th and 9th hour and did likewise. And about the 11th hour he went out and found others waiting idle, and saith unto them, Why stand ye here all day idle? They say unto him, Because no man hath hired us. He saith unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, that ye shall receive. So when evening was come, and the Lord of the vineyard saith unto the steward, Call the laborers and give them their hire. Right? Give them their reward. And watch what was going to happen. Beginning from the last unto the first. Now this is twofold, but I'm using the scripture right now, meaning you can't be angry or be what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, a jealous type when you see other brothers coming and getting this truth, man. And they might have got this truth quicker and faster and understood things in a more speedier way than you, right? Because I've seen this happen plenty of times. I always bring up this brother who's now in Iowa, which was originally in GMS Chicago, Mathathia. One of the fastest, one of the quickest I ever seen pick up this knowledge and understanding till this day, man. But it's all, it's all beautiful, because he through the spirit that's dealing with him, man. He in turn have woken up many brothers, have pushed brothers to stay steadfast, and is a huge help within the body. Okay, it says, so. When evening was come, the Lord of the vineyard saith unto his steward, Call the laborers and give them their hire, beginning from the last unto the first. And when they came that were hired, about the 11th hour, they received every man a penny. But when the first came, they supposed that they should have received more, and they likewise received every man a penny. So whether you come in now, or you came in 8 years ago, or you come in 2 months from now, if you come in this thing in sincerity, and you're rooted and grounded, and you use patience, okay, and understanding and wisdom, you'll go far in this truth. All right? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai will take you far in this truth. And eventually, through the waiting game, which is part of this truth, you will be a part of that number. Yahweh Ratazah. If you keep your patience. If you keep your faith. All right? Those two things, man. You will go far in this thing. But I've talked long enough. I hope some brothers got some edification out of this. I'll say shalom the next time.